Today we are going to be recapping and reacting to a bunch of things going on in the world of MMA, starting off with something that I'm sure you guys have all seen by now, the announcement to Ronda Rousey versus Gina Carano. This is actually insane that this is a real thing. So you got the trailer coming on, weird to see Ronda, and then it's even weirder to see Gina Carano. Dude, you know what I do wish though? You know what I do wish? I wish that they wouldn't have dropped this news and we would have seen this trailer with like nothing else, because it'd be crazy to see Ronda in general. Like, think about how this could go right here, right? You see Ronda and then you have this because you don't know who's coming, right? I think it would have been a lot better if they just left it as is and we weren't hearing about this from just, you know, every single announcement under the sun. I think it would have been really cool. Just have like, what the hell, Gina Carano? You know what I mean? Then them having the face off over here. The takeaway is, you know, the takeaway from everybody under the sun is that Gina Carano still looks good, but as like an actual face off over here, it sucks because Gina's old now. This would have been a very, very fun fight back when like supposedly the UFC was making it back in the day. Who knows how Ronda Rousey's gonna look? I doubt Gina Carano's gonna look any good MMA. Not that Ronda Rousey really will. All depends on whether or not Ronda Rousey's washed or not, right? So they're getting ready. Rousey versus Carano, MMA on Netflix. That's absolutely insane, guys. I can't believe that it's a thing, and it's actually a WMMA fight that I'm quite excited for. Let's see what a couple people had to say about this. I know who I'm rooting for. Yeah, I mean, how can you not root for Gina Carano, eh? Everybody's going to be hoping Gina Carano gets the job done. Dolus DJ said, is this legal? There's kind of a weight difference, or is this all fake like the Paul brothers fights? You know, it being on Netflix and this being co-founded by Jake Paul, I'm worried that this is just going to be like one big spectacle. That was in the back of my mind as well. To be honest with you, even if it is like a real MMA fight, I'm not taking it that serious. It's Ronda Rousey, who has one skill set. She would get dominated in the division today, versus Gina Carano, somebody who's in her 40s. You know, I'm not taking it seriously, but it is fun either way. Let's continue on. Worth it just to see Gina weigh in. Yeah, see? The big takeaway was that Gina Carano still looks good, man. What is bro do? I didn't even notice that. Dude, it looks like this guy's looking at Ronda out of anything. Am I wrong? Yeah, it looks like he's eyeballing Ronda instead of Gina Carano. That's crazy. Wow, all right, let's keep going over here. Let's go over to the Art of War. UFC be like, wow, what a wildly popular series. Let's never do it again. Dude, I really loved the thrill and the agony back in the day. I never even to be honest with you, I never even realized that they kind of stopped doing it. It kind of slipped my mind, but it was nice to see the fighters going backstage after the win, after the loss. But I wonder if it's because that, like, you know, you were kind of filming people in like the worst moment of their lives. Some people breaking down, some people crying, those types of things. Maybe that's why. That's really the only thing that I can think about, to be honest with you. If Paramount, if you can hear me, please bring it back. Yeah, I would love if Paramount ended up bringing that back. Still missing fight motion and fighters you should know. Oh my God, I forgot about that. The Art of War responded to that saying fight motion was such a cock tease, but so good. Yeah, those were pretty good too as well, man. Burks had this to say: all the fighters requested the UFC to stop it. Makes sense. No one wants a camera in their face backstage after a loss. All the fighters requested the UFC to stop it? Really? To be honest with you, it's a little bit shocking that the UFC would just listen like that. But honestly, if that's the case, it makes sense, because again, that's where my brain went to when we're thinking about like why you would stop it. But let's continue on over to the next post over here. I don't know if this is necessarily UFC. Oh yeah, no, it isn't. But anyways, man card and take in front of your girl. Looks like this is going to be a fight, so let's see what this is all about, okay? He's saying hit me then. Oh, the girl's the one that hits him. Oh boy, that's not going to end well, is it? It's not going to end well, dude. Oh no. Oh no. That's tough. Dude, how many times have there been where like someone's girlfriend got them knocked out, dude? But the problem is, what is he like? Why are you chirping back there while your girl's like getting all up in that guy's face? Why is that a thing that's happening? You know? And my question is, did he swing for him or did he swing for her? I can't. Yeah, it must have been him he was swinging. Where did the girl go? Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, but of course, we don't know the story to this thing. We don't know if anybody, you know, or I was asking for the shot or not. It's just, that's a toughie, man. Either way, to take a shot like that in front of your girl, oof. She caused it, and her man got knocked out for it. Women always getting involved when they shouldn't. Dude, this is where I'm kind of coming from. Like, I understand where he's coming from, but we don't know the entire context of this clip. Regardless, the girl shouldn't have been yapping in that guy's face and starting a fight for him. What's the first rule of violence, right? What's the first rule of fighting is don't fight, right? But there's a lot of people these days, and I'm not singling out women at all. I'm not singling out women one little bit, but there are some people, some particular people that know they have a little bit of a safety net and know that there's no consequences for their words, and then people get knocked out because of it, okay? Man, I should have stayed home. Yeah, oh boy. That's rough, man. That's rough. Poor guy. Maybe not. Fuck around, find out. Yeah, that's what am I supposed to say besides like that's tough? But, oh, boy. Oh, man. Seriously, what's wrong with all these kids smiling and filming whenever there's a fight? Is because they immediately think of the views they'll get. Horrible human beings. Yeah, everybody wants that clout. Everybody wants to be the person that's there. Everybody wants a person to be posting it. The weird thing about it is, what sucks, and it depends on the situation. Like, if the guy was barking and he ended up getting clipped, yeah, you know what, that's a really funny thing, but we don't know that. But people will be smiling either way. This girl's laughing. This girl's like, oh my god, look at all the views I'm going to get. And that's just how the world is today, man. Let's continue on over to Ape over here. And it's a screenshot from MMA Babes. UFC bantamweight contender Norma Dumont weighing in for an UFC Noche. And then Muscle Nelson said, my kind of girls, and like when they do submissions, holds for tap or passing out. It's always really funny to take a look at the profile pictures when they leave comments like that. I wish more people ended up doing that. My favorite type of thing is like when you have somebody like I don't know if Norma Dumont's ever done this, but somebody in like Norma Dumont's situation where if somebody's saying something like it, there's worse comments, right? But if someone's saying something, you just screenshot the person who said it. That is so funny to me when people do that. This guy definitely sends thousands to OF girls, probably, man. And there is a bio over here for him. Love strong girls on letting them squeeze me in pain between their legs. No matter how dangerous it happens to get, wants a challenge warp with a large python. All right. And this guy has 4.3k followers. Is this ironic? Is this just an account for the fun of it? I don't know. But let's continue on over to MMA Uncensored over here. This is something that I've seen. Ian Gary's wife thanks Carlos Prates for defending her. Carlos said, where I come from, you cannot say anything about somebody's wife or family. They can kill you if you say something about someone's family. And then Leo said, this means the world to us. Sorry, I just noticed the picture of Layla, excuse me. To stand on stage, encourage to humiliate and abuse, knowing the crowd may laugh and boost your ego, but choosing to be moral and conscious and right. I respect that so much. This type of answer should be normal. Should be basic standard, but sadly in MMA, it's not. So thank you for setting a better standard of protecting me in this moment. Your voice is more powerful than you can imagine. You know what sucks about this is I understand why people's families should be left out of things, but I also have a sense of humor. You know, I have a really bad sense of humor. That's the problem. So when people start going like, oh, Ian Cock, oh my God, wag, like, I find it funny, but at the same time, I'm like, yeah, I would understand why you'd want to keep families out of it, because if I was in the UFC, I wouldn't want someone barking about my family. But then again, my family wouldn't be anything to bark at. My family wouldn't be anything to dog. Like, I have a very normal wife, and I have a daughter that I love. Like, there's nothing wrong. There's nothing crazy about that. You know? Just, you have this picture of Carlos Prates looking sick, right? And then you have this picture of Layla they chose there. That's funny, though. Yeah, there we go. Choosing that photo of Layla is wild, especially in that context, eh? So-called MMA fans are mostly degenerates who develop one-sided parasocial relationship with fighters, then talk trash about their personal lives and choices. I understand judging fighters in terms of their performance, but slandering families is just weirdo behavior. Yeah, it's tough. Oh, yeah, you know what? Wait, what did she do to Neil Magny? If I'm not mistaken, that was just Ian Gary, and I know that they're intertwined, but you can't really blame her for what happened to Neil Magny over there. I think it is weird, man, but the problem is sometimes it's funny. Let's continue on to Krister Fiend. Must have been real awkward clocking back in that 9 to 5 following Monday after eating crap on the first roll. Oh, no. Is this a clip right before you got cut?
When I won the Dan Hooker Scholarship, my boss at the time, he told me that I was ruining my kids' lives because I was moving here to chase my dream. And he said that in a few years, you're going to fail and you're going to come back to this and you're going to ask for your job back.
Oh, boy. Oh boy, and then you miss weight and you get cut.
You know what? There have been a million of you people that have told me that I won't make this. I don't have what it takes to create this for me. Dan Hooker said something interesting to me after I told him that story, and he said, If someone else can tell you that your dream is not for you, then it's not for you. Because if it's your dream, you'll go and get it. You know?
Oh, that's tough, man. Oh, but the problem is I understand what he's saying, right? I understand what he's saying. And for those of you who might be watching this video and you might want to make content, we hear this about making content all the time. Like, I have a lot of family members who, well, don't get me wrong, like my family's ultra supportive of what I do, right? And I work outside of this, but I would like to make YouTube my job one day, right? You hear things about like how stupid of an idea that is. You hear things about, you hear that any single time that you like want to get out of the rat race, right? It sucks because that's an awesome thing, and like I get that, chase your dreams, but oh boy, he's not doing so well right now, eh? All that motivation, he still couldn't make weight, cheated and got caught. Yeah, it's tough, man. It's tough. You would think that would have motivated him to make weight. I would have thought so as well. Like, I would have been there no matter what making weight. Let's continue on over to Happy Punch over here. Daniel Cormier admitted Conor McGregor's trash talk hurt so bad he wanted to slap him. The only thing that I could think of is the hillbilly comment, but I don't know any other times where Conor McGregor's talked crap to DC.
Conor McGregor was fighting Dustin Poirier. And Dustin Poirier and I are both from Lafayette, Louisiana.
Yep,
He called Dustin a hillbilly.
He's a quiet little hillbilly from the back ass of nowhere. I'm sure he grew up in a circus or a fair. You know, he's a nice little kid.
Oh, you could do. The thing is, you could just tell Poirier is seething, man. Dustin does not have a sense of humor one little bit, eh?
He does or something. I don't know. He's a nice kid.
He Irish, man, so he don't know how disrespectful he is. Or maybe he do. I said, but if Dustin's a hillbilly and I'm from the same place as him, what does that make me?
You're a hillbilly also.
He said, you a ghetto hillbilly.
Connor.
Yeah, that was crazy, dude. That was crazy. And oh, like, I can't believe that Connor dropped that.
Called Dustin a hillbilly. Dustin and I are from the same hometown. Does that make me a hillbilly? Connor, listen, before you answer
Dude, you know what's funny? I've never paid this much attention to the clip. Let's look at Connor's face.
Does that make me a hillbilly?
He thought of that line right here. He's got it locked and loaded. Am I wrong?
Connor, listen, before you answer this, you remember how much bigger I am than you.
You're a ghetto hillbilly.
Oh, dude, you know what's crazy? Dude, props to DC for keeping it professional after that, eh?
Oh my God. Hurt though, man. I wanted to slap him.
I know you wanted to
But
go.
he was small, right? I wanted to slap him, man.
Wow.
That was the one.
But the thing is, he can find comfort in the fact that, like, and I know, like, it's fine. I understand if you want to take offense to it, right? But I mean, like, he can take comfort in the sense where no matter what happens, he could always just dummy Conor McGregor, right?
Yeah, because I am from the ghetto too. I was like, oh.
No.
Conor McGregor was fighting Dustin.
Oh boy, that's tough, man. Dude, that's so funny that Conor, hang on, the line, where was it?
You called
Hang on.
Dustin and I are from the same hometown. Does that make me a hillbilly? Connor.
Right there. Dude, Conor is so quick. You just know that's exactly when he had it locked and loaded, dude. Someone said Pete Conor really was different. Yeah. I miss him sometimes, man. I miss him. What can I say? Hey, can I call it or what? Oh, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. Let's continue on over to Nina Drama. When your girl catches you looking at another girl, and it's from a clip with Merab, I guess. Okay, let's see. All right. Oh, look at that. Look at them. They're just hanging out in the elevator. Looks like they're just having a good time.
Third floor.
All right, and we got the typical Merab and Nina videos, eh? Let me guess. Merab's gonna lock in, right? Merab's gonna lock in. Where did Merab get the drink from? Nina's just staring at him.
She's got a great ass.
Yeah, she does.
You know what? I can't. That got an authentic chuckle out of me. It was just. It's something about Merab, man. Merab can crack me up sometimes. Not that it was like that funny, but Merab said not good. Wait, what was everybody say? Lock in, bro. You have a belt to take back. I mean, he's just making a skit as long as he's not going crazy with it, right? Merab Dvalishvili is 35 years old. He turns 36 Tuesday, 3 days from now. He has no wife, no kids, no belt. He hasn't won a fight since the fall of last year. He is currently on a losing streak. Instead of fixing any of these problems, he's making TikTok skits with Nina Drama. He lost one fight, man. He doesn't even have a fight booked. He's okay. He's okay. Let's keep going over to the next post, though, over here. Ian Gary in a nutshell. That's funny. I took Magny's soul decision. I'm going to make him quit decision. I'm going to box his head off decision. I beat him 9 out of 10 times. Lost. I'm going to KO him decision. To be fair, Ian Gary has been having some good performances, though. Agree, but holy shit, his resume is impressive. Magny, Neal, MVP, Protest, and Bilal. I agree with that. I've always said, dude, Ian Gary, as much as a lot of people don't like him, he is such an underrated fighter. And with the attitude that he has and the guys that he takes on willingly, I hope he becomes champion. I don't even care, man. You forgot to mention one thing. He's a real dog because he fought all those elite top 15 fighters. You have to give him credit where credit is due. Yeah. And how many guys in those top 15 would just sit down and be like, no, I want a title shot. I want a title shot. I'm not fighting unless I get a title shot. And Ian Gary's like, line them up one by one. Like, I gotta cheer for a guy like that, man. He made Shavkat look human. I mean, Shavkat was human, but yes, he did make Shavkat look human. Let's keep going over here to Dovey. All right. Tracy Cortez working hard, Dovey said. Like, yeah, I can only imagine what we're gonna watch right here. It's early Tracy Cortez just lifting weights. All right. Is this going to be the entire 17 seconds? Oh, is she going to say anything? We're putting the shoes back on. Oh, we're still working out. Boom. Oh, that was literally it. That was literally it. All right. What are we supposed to comment on that one, man? Wang called, says she wants to fight Cortez. I'm all for it. That's actually a really good fight, dude. Calling Wang would annihilate Tracy Cortez. That wouldn't even be a close fight, guys. But if you want to talk a little bit more about Tracy Cortez, well, this video has nothing to do with her, but you can check out this video on screen. YouTube thinks that you'll like the video the best. Thank you so much for being here. Take care, everybody.